Hello, 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 divas, diamonds, dolls, ladies, and gentlemen. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Femininity with Mama Gail. Today, let's talk about being pretty, or just being pretty, or not just being pretty. That's what the name of this video is going to be, not just being pretty. And I want to shout out and to acknowledge the diamonds, which are the 18 to 34-year-olds who are on my YouTube channel, who held me down when I was not feeling good, when things were just crazy in my life, and when I was making a transition to move into a new apartment, wasn't making videos. I thank you for checking on me, looking out for me, commenting and responding and letting me know that you were concerned and worried and thinking about me and things of that nature. And I even also got an email from a young lady that said, Mama Gail, you didn't look too well in such video. Under my eyes were dark. I'm anemic. Sometimes I'm severely anemic, and I have to get blood transfusions and iron transfusions and things of that nature. So when you see under my eyes really dark, it really means that I'm going through the phase of my anemia kicking in, things of that nature. But thank you for being concerned about me. And I want to shout out Shay U, Dollface Virgo, Brittany C, Rebecca, Money Mama, Rachel, Lori, Christian, Black Diamond, Angel, Free to Be Happy, love that name, Free to Be Happy, A Rare Breed, Alexandra, Alexandria, Miriam, Sharon, Shema, Ashley, Lydia. Thank you. I do not take you young ladies for granted, and I truly appreciate everything that you do, how you encourage me, and let me know what the channel is doing for you. And I'm also blessed by your presence and your comments and things of that nature on my channel. Now let's talk about not just sitting pretty. We live in a day and age where prettiness comes a dime or dozen, whether it's real or fake. People can purchase prettiness nowadays. You can have somebody with blotted up skin, all different kinds of, different, a raw look to them, who can enhance with different makeups and different types of surgery and little tricks and hacks and DIYs to make your appearance look a certain way. You can get your hair, bought in a store, or go get it did, or things of that nature, sew it in, or however you want to do it. Now, the enhancement of beauty has taken up to another level from my day. Growing up, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. The 80s and the 90s were popping. You young people will never get the experience of what we experienced in the 80s and the 90s because of technology and phones and things of that nature. But we partied hard. But I mentioned the 80s and the 90s because back in that day, you could actually get a gentleman, you could actually get into places, you could actually get favor because of prettiness. Now, granted, I will mention that the light-skinned young lady with the natural hair and the, because she was pretty, it was the drug dealers and the gentlemen with money who wanted to set a certain image so they would be drawn to and pull the pretty girl and take care of the pretty girl and do all of these things for the pretty girl just because she was pretty. The dark-skinned pretty girl also got her boo, her bae, because she did not only just have the beauty of, looking pretty on the outside, but she also had the inner beauty, the intellect to go along with her beauty. Not to say the light-skinned girls were dumb, but they could be dumb as rocks and still pull a gentleman simply because she was pretty. But it seemed like the dark-skinned girl had to have something extra in order to pull a certain type of gentleman. But these were the 80s and the 90s. But I say all of that to say nowadays, these gentlemen are not just concerned about how pretty you are, even though you still have some gentlemen who want a certain look, and there's nothing wrong with him wanting a certain look. But you have to know you and be invested in you and want more for you than just to be pretty, regardless to what it is that bruh man wants. We live in a day and age where you are in a place where you can get anything you want. You can be anything you want. Why would you just sit around and worry about or think about or rest on just being pretty. Now, if you're pretty and you have a bag, you got your bag, boo, you on point. If you're pretty and you have a brand, you're building your brand. You are your brand. You're popping, boo. Being pretty is not just about looking like something on the outside. And a lot of this feminine journey, this feminine talk that we talk about is just being pretty, looking pretty, getting the gentleman, things of that nature. Just because I'm feminine, I'm soft, I'm sweet, I'm pretty, but we have nothing else. Being pretty does not mean much of anything nowadays. Like I said, people can buy prettiness at a corner store. Buy MAC makeup and do DIYs and little hacks to make your eyes look Chinese and your face look thick or smaller and your nose look trimmer and, different hairs and wigs and weaves and, things, color and all kind of stuff. Pow, we just come out from being Raggedy Ann to breaking out to Beyonce little sister. Because prettiness can be bought and people are not stuck on prettiness. And you can also be pretty and be ugly at the same time, because you can have a pretty face and an ugly personality. So being pretty is not everything. Being pretty and having your bag, not relying on anybody else, is everything. Being pretty and taking care of your mental, because you have some pretty girls who are jacked up. They do not take care of their mental. The only thing that they are focused on is a man. It's a man. I need a man. Got to get a man, a man, a man, a man, a man, a man. Everything is about the man. But they don't have the wisdom to say, you know what? Let me look at me. Let me take care of me with my pretty self and do me and get what I need, so that when a gentleman says to me, oh, you were nothing without me, I took care of you, this, that, and the other, simply because you were pretty, you can let that joker know when you have your own. No, bruh. I chose you, not because I needed you. I chose you because I wanted you. I got my own bag, boo. Being pretty is an asset. It's a beautiful thing. Taking care of you, loving you. Nothing wrong with being pretty. But be pretty and get your own stuff. Get your own bag. Build your own brand. Some of us in this feminine journey are so caught up in name brand. Gucci, Louis, Prada. I'm not impressed by all of the name brand. Got a whole bunch of bags in the room. Michael Kors, Louis, Gucci in my room, but I'm not caught up in that. You know why? Because I don't have my own brand. If I'm going to impress me, or if you are going to impress me or impress anyone else, even your pretty self, build your own brand. Build your own name. Start your own line. Let me see Money Mama on some pocketbooks. Some nice, expensive pocketbooks. Lydia, let me see your name on a pair of jeans. Back in the day, going back again to back in the day, we used to wear Jordache and what was it called? I can't remember the other name. It starts with a V. But we used to wear those jeans and wear somebody else's name on our behind, not the Calvin Kleins. Oh, I can't think of it. But anywho, those were the days, because if you had those jeans, you were everything. But I say all of that to say, Lori, if you start your own clothesline and wear your own clothesline and become your own brand, that's everything. Now that's pretty. The pretty face with the intellect, because you've started your company and you have to now represent yourself and know how to speak in front of people and not just reach a certain demographic, but be global with your brand, upscale, elegant brand, Black Diamond, and able to take yourself, your clothesline, or even if you're just a brand in yourself, a motivational speaker, a businesswoman, you sell products, makeup, and things of that nature, free to be happy. You decide that you are your own brand, but you're pretty also. You're well put together. You're feminine, Brittany. You have your thing on point. You're getting your bag. Doll face Virgo. It's beautiful when you're building yourself and you're pretty. That's something. That's what gentlemen are looking for nowadays. A lot of us being feminine, we want these gentlemen who are up here, these doctors and business owners, and we're in rooms where there's money and power and gentlemen and everything you want, and you just have crushes and things of that nature on somebody who's up here, but you find yourself here. And it's not to say that you can't get the gentleman up here, because being pretty can get the attention of a gentleman who's up here, but being pretty can also get you built up when you are, looked at and respected, is what I mean by built up. When you are on a mission, on your way somewhere. I don't care if he's up here and he owns his company, a billionaire, a whole line of companies, and you don't have your GED. If this gentleman see you in progress, working on yourself, doing something different for yourself, Sharon, see you building up. Okay, you got your GED, you're working on your associates, and he see you moving and motivated. Being up here means nothing to him. What he's the attraction that he has, seeing you in progress of leveling up, you'll stay in a good place. You'll stay in a place where you're leveling up, even if you don't meet him halfway to get to where he is. At least you're trying, Alexandra. At least he sees you on a move. One thing for certain, two things for sure, Alexandria. A masculine man wants a feminine woman, a pretty woman, but he wants you to be about your bag. He wants you to have your own business, your own life. He wants you to be doing things, Shema. He wants to see you on the move, growing. But regardless to him or not, which some of us are interested in meeting and getting a gentleman, but it's about us. The prettiness is not just the way that I look on the outside. Rebecca, we must take care, build up, have the mindset to get out of the old and step into the new. A lot of us allow our environment, Rachel, to hold us back, to keep us stagnant and saying, I can't get any place further than where I am, Angel. And that's not true. Your environment does not stagnate you. When you have the mindset, not just the prettiness, not just the handsomeness, because I know some of these are gentlemen on here, at least two of them are gentlemen, Christian and Angel. You have to not just have a face that somebody is drawn to and have nothing else. Have you ever seen somebody who was just so pretty and they opened their mouth and said the stupidest stuff out of their mouth? A rare breed. Have you ever been in conversation with someone and you think you're getting ready to get this intellectual conversation because of an image, and here you get, you're lost by the conversation? What do we do about that, Shema? Being pretty means nothing. Being pretty is just, nothing. We have young ladies who are sitting on government assistance, who are pretty and have no goals to not to do anything else but be pretty. Because I'm pretty. I've always been pretty. All I know is pretty. So I'll have all of these children, and every time it's time for me to get off of government assistance, I'll have another child so that I could sit where I am being pretty. Being pretty means nothing. There are some of the smartest, prettiest young ladies who have been held back because they got caught up in the whole whirlwind of a gentleman saying to them, let me take care of you. And as time went on, he up and left, never married you, gave you all of these children, and now you're sitting when you wanted to be a doctor because he was a drug dealer, because he had money, because he took care of you, he sold you a dream, and you with your pretty self rested on being pretty and never became years later what you could have been. Not to say that it's too late, because you still can be. But don't have your life snatched away from you just being pretty and allowing someone to sell you a dream and you never become who it is that you have always dreamed to be because someone helped you, encouraged you, you allowed someone to take responsibility, you settled and became caught up in your prettiness and listened to someone telling you what they are going to do for you and snatched your dream from you because you were pretty. This is Femininity with Mama Gail. Don't forget